Okay guys, here's the KITT Knight Rider car. Just give it a quick twirl inside its box and we'll move on. So I noticed that they were, like you see on the side of the box here, there's the kit that we know, and then there's a prototype which I think looks horrible. It's two-tone and I don't know, man, it's not doing it, not doing it. You can get them on eBay guys, but it doesn't look like the real deal, so not something I was interested in. Okay, let's take the little bad boy out of there. Have a look at it. Like I said, I've never taken them out of their boxes or off their display stands. This is the first. I'll give you a quick glimpse of it on its actual stand. Okay, let's get it out of there. Right guys, here we've got KITT, and this is the Knight Rider car. The prototype was called Car, K-A-R-R, and KITT, actually I can't remember what the abbreviation was for. Anyhow, so this is obviously a bit of history here guys, and a lot of us grew up watching this program, and it's a shame there's not much English on the boxes. But yeah, so I don't remember the actual light that used to go across in the car. I remember like in the in the 80s, everyone started putting that on their car. Guys had it in their back windows. You know, guys had it connected to the front windscreen. Some tried to get it in the right place in the front grille. But yeah, it was just mad fad. The prototype, the light flashes orange, and in the KITT car it goes across in red as it did in the program. So I believe that this is a Firebird that they used, and obviously it was an artificial intelligent car. It was automated by itself, and it would communicate with, what was it called, Michael Knight, David Hasselhoff. So yep, so this is basically got the it's got the blink LEDs inside it, which are 4 pieces of LEDs, and when you put batteries in, they actually operate when you pull the throttle. Has that car moved? I hate it. Is KITT guys, it's got a mind of its own. Yeah, I set my camera up and blooming they decided to roll back. But I can't blame KITT, it's not a mind of its own. Okay, so yeah, I don't like the wheels, and I've seen people drifting them, and again that's another car with a long wheelbase, not as long as the Batmobile but quite long. Yeah, I've seen guys drifting them, so I'm thinking they've got to be 94mm, even though that looks much longer. But yeah, interesting, hard to get hold of guys. A bit of history there. I don't know how many were produced, but a nice bit of kit originally. Okay, so as I say, this is one of the 3 that I've got. The others didn't really interest me much. I would have gone for an A-Team van if they'd done an overland version of that, and definitely would have gone for a General Lee if they'd have done the Dodge Charger. Definitely would have gone for that. But if I had some batteries guys, I would shove them in there, man. See if we can get that light to work. Alright, batteries around me. Let me see if we can find some and I'll put it on there for you guys. So just in case you're wondering guys, this is the setup on the inside. So you can see that the 4 LEDs are there, and that's where the motherboard is. It connects to, well in this case, it connects to the car, and on some minis they have a built-in battery bit, so pull that off. You put 4 batteries in there, I think AAA, and the light will work. But normally you could unscrew them tabs and screw them onto your motors. So that's how that basically, I never saw how that worked, but that's how it works. Okay. Well, I suppose you could have your own configuration of batteries. Right guys, managed to get the batteries fitted. Just thought I'd show you guys the infamous moving LED. That's what really sets this car apart. So I thought I'd just give you a quick look at that, guys. And yeah, built into the actual display, doing chassis, as you saw guys, they've got a place for AA batteries, and you can just have it on display with the lights on. There's an on-off switch at the bottom, and it just kicks in. So that's pretty cool, man. There's 4 LEDs that they've got built in there, guys, and if you were to fit that to your car, you'd actually take off the screws from your motor, put them tabs in, screw it back down onto your motor, and it'll just work straight off the batteries in your car, or if you're using LiPos. Yep, pretty cool. I like these little gimmicks that they do. It would be nice if all of the actual Skynet cars had some kind of salient feature, you know, some kind of feature of the actual original. So yeah, so even with the Batmans, you know, something that they could have had on there, some kind of lighting, you know, that would have just, or even light kits fitted, that would have been really cool. But yeah, I mean, we'd have struggled to have done that. I'm glad it came with it. Right, just thought I'd show you that, guys. And let's move on. Loads more vids, loads more cool stuff coming up. Okay guys, so I'm just giving the box a quick twirl. This is the Batman Skynet version of the Batmobile. So from what I've seen, there's 2 versions. There's this version, which is all black, and then there's another version which the difference lies in the fact that I think these the machine gun is in chrome, and there's another feature on that's in chrome. So it's a bit chromey and black, a bit of both. So yeah, let's get out of there, onto the stand, guys. Have a look at it. Okay guys, so that's the Batmobile. I'm taking out this case right now. Just one little twirl with the case on, and then we'll get it out. So yeah, put it on display for the first time ever out of this case. Okay guys, so we've got the auto scale collection in KYOSHO Mini Z's that are Skynet products, and this particular one is obviously the Batmobile, and this has been licensed from Warner Brothers, TM and DC Comics. This is probably the longest Mini Z car I've seen that's not an Overlander. I don't know what wheelbase that is. So unfortunately a lot of the information on this car is in Japanese. So I don't really know what's going on. This isn't a real car, but I can see that it says 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. So if this really was a car, it would be going that fast. So yeah. Now there's a few optional parts that you can get with this as well. And the machine gun that sits on the bonnet or the hood, that's an optional part. But I think I've seen that in a little bag. I'll have a look. I think I have. And then the wheel caps that have the Batman logo on, that's also an optional part. And you can tell that this, I mean, I couldn't get into the box, guys. It was that tight. It's never been opened. I've never opened it. And you can see that's been in storage for a long time because the wheels are white. So the rubber's kind of started to change colour because they've been in storage, and they've got like a white over them. So anyhow, so I wonder if you could fit lights in them bottom bits. I'd like to have a go at that. So the turbine at the front, that's silver in the other more expensive model. On the side, the guns that you can see on the side or whatever that is part of the engine, that's also in a silver chrome kind of effect. And the jet nozzle on the back, I think that's coloured in a little bit as well. I mean, this car's kind of cool. It's a bit narrow for my liking. I actually did prefer the one that was in the DC Comics release of Batman, which was like a series. I don't know if you guys remember. I think they made about 6 seasons of it. That was probably the best Batman cartoon, except for Batman vs. Dracula. Killer cartoon. As a wicked cartoon. But they were probably the best Batman cartoons I've seen. And the car they had in there, I preferred that to this. The wheels were kind of chrome, but they had like a blue light that would, as soon as Batman would turn the car on, this blue luminous light would just go like radial around the tyre, around the wheel, and then down the side of the car and the front of the bonnet. It looks really cool. I really prefer that car, and the shape was a lot nicer as well. So that just looks a bit far-fetched. That needs to be in a video with the MADMAX body. They're both kind of far-fetched. But yeah, but that's even more. But I don't know what wheelbase that is, guys. That looks really long to me. The longest KYOSHO Mini Z car that I've got with the longest wheelbase, I think it is 102, maybe 106. That's the max. That looks longer. That looks like an Overlander kind of 112. So I don't know how you're supposed to use that. I don't know if, I've actually never seen anyone drive with that body shell in any video. So I've seen the MADMAX car, KITT Knight Rider. I've never seen someone drive that. And to be honest with you, I'm probably just going to get a silver marker and colour in them bits. Just for my own kind of, because it's a bit too plain for my liking. And I'll put chrome wheels on there with a massive deep dish back wheel that sticks out. And I'd like to put a bit of blue on there. I know I'm probably going to ruin the effect, and the resale value is going to go down the toilet. But it needs hyping up, man. Too bland for a Batman car. Too bland for my liking. Anyhow, so that's the Skynet Batmobile version. Let's have a look at the others as well, guys. So as I say, I didn't go out and get all of them. There's loads of Japanese ones that they do that I don't really know about. But the ones that kind of appealed to me were this Knight Rider and MADMAX. The DeLorean, kind of alright, guys. I don't know. I don't think it really fit in. I mean, I can use that if I'm doing police chases or something. I'd add that in there, or even make a video about Batman. And MADMAX, obviously, it's again another action car. The DeLorean, it's cool looking, it's expensive, and for me, I probably won't even use it, so it doesn't make sense. Anyhow, let's move on. Okay, guys, and here we've got the Road Warrior, the MADMAX Interceptor, and that is an interesting car, guys. That was actually a Ford car that's exclusive to Australia. They hadn't actually released that car anywhere else in the world. So when they made MADMAX, they wanted a car that's going to be an evil looking police car, and that was the Black Interceptor. So yep, I thought I'll give it a quick twirl on there, and I will move it, get it out, put it on the stand. Quick look at it with the Road Warrior MADMAX logo on the display case or stand. Okay, let's get it out of there. Okay guys, so as I say, another bit of history there. So the Road Warrior MADMAX Interceptor, I didn't even know that was supposed to be a police car, guys. I didn't really follow the MADMAX series until the last, when Mel Gibson was in it. Was it Beyond the Thunderdome or something like that? I can't remember. So yeah, so they have this version and the dirty version, which is basically, it looks like it's got mud on the wheels and on the side of the car. So, didn't really fancy that. Went with this one. So this is a mean looking car, guys, and as I say, this car is a Ford car that's been released in, is exclusive to Australia, and they decided to take that car to work on it because they wanted to make the black Interceptor, which was a police car, but they wanted it to be evil looking. So that's where that started. So after making the first series, or the first movie, that car went on tour. So it was put on in display in supermarkets, you know, wherever there were events, they put it on display just to promote the movie. The movie did really well, and then they realised that, whoa, we need to make a second one. So then they brought the car back and started to film again. But this time they made a double, and so they had two of them basically. And at the end of MADMAX 2, the car crashes and burns. They used the double and not the original when they were filming that. So in a nutshell, that's the history of that car. I'm going to use that car in street races. So yeah. So it's gonna be out and about. It's interesting. And the lights look pretty cool. You know, when you've got an LED kit fitted into there, it looks kind of cool behind the yellow frame. The wheelbase for this one, I found the KITT car, the wheelbase to be pretty long, and the Batmobile to be really long. This seems to be okay. That's between 94 and 98. It's doable. The Batmobile just seems really long. It's like Overlander. It's like talking 110mm plus. So yep, it's got a nice gloss finish to it, guys. Even though it's kind of like a matte black, but it's kind of glossy as well. On the sides, I think. I love the way the engine sticks out. And I don't know if they're supposed to be NOS bottles on the back. Was it beyond its time? The wheels, I think, look pretty mean. They've actually got proper grip on them as well, and the back tyres are much wider than the front, and that's got a real rugged, rough kind of look to it. The mirrors have actually got little bits of, I don't know what that is. Is it foil paper? But it looks like it's reflecting. But yeah, nice bit of kit there, guys, and obviously a bit of history. Hard to get hold of, holding the value, guys. You're paying well over £100 for them, if you're not me. Or you learn how to barter. One of the two. But yeah, guys, look forward to seeing that in some street race vids that are coming up, guys. Fast and Furious one will be coming up, and that could be in that street race vid, guys, because there's no Dodge Charger with the engine sticking out as a Mini Z. I'll probably use that one there. Stay tuned for that, guys. If you haven't subscribed, hit it, and the notification bell as well, guys, and be ready for loads more cool stuff, guys. Mini Z, but also not Mini Z as well, guys. There's gonna be a whole array. I've got loads of ideas, guys. Lots of stuff going on the channel. So subscribe to Mossy5734, get notified, hit the bell, and be ready for some upcoming crazy RC business that's going on. Thanks for watching, guys.